Day 6 on the server is a day when we unlock journey level 21, which let us get our heroes past level 90 and unlock runes. During this time, I focused on getting my heroes to the max level possible, and my Ice Blast team has reached 12 million damage, almost 13 million damage on the Temporal Vortex. In this video, I'll tell you how. $8 million at level 2 is enough to get the max reward and move to the next level of the Temporal Vortex, but it is not available until we hit journey level 25. So everyone until this point will be at level 2. It's just about who can dish out the most damage. Ever since my first video covering Ice Blast team and getting rank 7 on my server, everyone else on my server started pulling in Season 2 banner to get these Ice Blast heroes. And after I go over all the heroes that you can see here and their equipment, I'll show you how other more pay-to-win teams do. Sadly, the developers decided not to increase the speed of Temporal Vortex, so it still takes around 8 to 9 minutes before I can see if my score is higher every time I try to improve some equipment or move things around. And as you can see here, the team is doing just fine at 140 stacks. We're at 11.6 million damage right now. This may be actually a higher score than yesterday, but there is a time where the boss will just annihilate my team within one rotation of his. And I'm quite excited for today. Today is the day 7, because we will be able to get Heretic Runes and the runes, the positive runes, which will increase all of these heroes' stats as well. So this is recorded before all of that happened, so just after day 6 settlement. So as you can see, 12 million damage. Again, Bell then is the first one to die because he has the lowest HP. Troll falls because he's not getting any affinity bonuses. And the team still does quite well. Garius is the last man standing. Obviously, Garius is still very, very strong pick. So almost 13 million damage. As I said, this is after day 6 settlement, so I'm not gonna save that. We'll farm Heretic Ruins to get more runes. And yeah, let's go over the equipment. If you know, I've done quite a few summon sessions in Season 2, and this is the best way to get dupe legendary heroes, which enables you to buy all these super important artifacts. I'm running through buff with the Solar King Horn. So we were able to get all our artifacts to level 16 thanks to journey level 21. So, you know, extra HP, extra defense, and more damage for the whole team. Level 21 also unlocks the Forge. So before that, we could only farm Grave of Curse and Grave of Venom at higher levels to get this epic equipment. Now we can craft it as well. So this allowed me to get a few sets. They are not ideal stat-wise, but they do their job, okay? So that's why I'm using through buff here. We're using defensive aura as well. Another tank, Garius, with Garius staff. Don't look at the gatekeeper. This is Garius staff. This is the artifact that works the best on him. Huge overheals from him that turn into a shield with skill haste here and defense over here. Obviously running a little bit of defensive sets. However, they changed this set. It's no longer defense plus 15, it's resistance, so this is not as important for Garius as, for example, this one, where we can have skill haste, so, you know, shorter cooldown on our ultimate, although over here we have everything time, so it doesn't really matter that much. And yeah, few runes. You could buy a few runes from the cart, so make sure you do that. Sadly, the issue is they are limited, and you'll see that on my ice team that I couldn't get dupes there, right? So bled in here, you can go with the eyeball of the giant as well. It works very, very well, but I went for the highest attack and transfer that attack to Shinai as well. Previously, I was using him as a defense down person, but I like to switch things around and see what works. This worked a little bit better in this scenario, but who knows how it will work later on. So he still struggles with crit rate chance, so him applying this is not as consistent as we would like, but luckily I got Shinai. And yeah, damage coming from the ultimate, so I mean, if you really go for the eyeball, you will probably have the similar result here. Most of the damage come from this anyway. But we won the battle skill artifact, which is Manticore on our Gerfrin. That is the main damage dealer in this team. If she can keep the ice crystals, she has constant 20% increased crit rate. With the set I got, that is over 80% now, and obviously crit damage from her when she obtains ice crystal. So it's important to have someone, and her ultimate, this does a lot of damage, but it's not that important. It's not where the damage comes from. And then Shinai, my only legendary Ice Blast hero, and again, no rune here, as you can see, witches remain on her this time. It's very easy to apply it through this ultimate, because it's 12 ticks basically. Great enabler, and ice crystals on my team are constantly at 5 stacks through all that, and I focused on a little bit of crit and basically damage, as much damage as possible. And yeah, this is the team. Now the timings, there are a few things you can do. The way I like to run it is having Garius heal when my Adolphus shield used to be, and through buff doing attack down at 21.5. If your tank is dying, you might consider moving it to 5 seconds later, which will absorb the first skill, the second skill, and the third skill instead of the ultimate first skill and second skill. Okay, so you can rotate those two. It's important to keep Shinai first to make sure she applies defense down before we do damage. However, with Gerfin here, you don't really want to time it because her ultimate is at lower cooldown than everyone else. So if you delayed it 10 times, you're basically losing quite a lot of damage. So it's better not to. She'll still hit the enemy, the boss, when there's defense down eventually, and most of her damage comes from the battle skill anyway, so it's not important to time it. Now, let's look at yesterday's scores, because that's what we won. That's when I've done 12.8 million, so you can see some people are huge there, and those are people that still use, well, not this one, but others, use the new Ice Blast team, and you can see this is less free-to-play friendly variant, but with Beldel and her exclusive artifact, this is an amazing artifact early on with huge crit rate, even late in the game, because we can forget crit rate and focus on crit damage basically, and she does a lot of damage. Okay, she's really, really strong with that artifact. Shinai again, great enabler, and Zarok, who boosts all the Ice Blast heroes damage by 40%. Huge. I mean, he doesn't do that much damage himself, at least from my testing on the test server. And then we have Asila and Velocia. Okay, so no attack down. And going forward, I believe this team will not need attack down. Then we have Lil Tutini, so running Flora with exclusive artifact, dealing way less damage. Another Ice Blast team with Beldel, an exclusive artifact, another variant basically with Jillian this time around. And let's see a few more. I swear, another Beldel, surprise, surprise, but this Beldel doesn't have the artifact, so you can see the damage is way, way less, very similar to the top dog here. Right, just no artifact, so the damage is way, way less. I actually ended up being top 20, so any improvement there, we'll see how I do today. And yeah, this is pretty much it, and still Ice Blast going strong, guys, and I believe Ice Blast will be going strong for a while. We'll see later on once we jump to level 3 on level 25 journey. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe, bye!